Welcome to God of the Bible, a journey through the 66 books of the Bible in order to discover who God is and how He has revealed Himself to us. Today we look at the book of Acts. The book of Acts records the birth and expansion of the early church after Jesus' resurrection and ascension. From Jerusalem to Rome, the gospel spreads across languages and cultures and continents. At first glance, Acts might seem to be a book about the apostles, but on reading it closely, we find that the real hero of the book is the Holy Spirit Himself. The first picture that we get of God from the book of Acts is that God is always one step ahead of His people. Again and again, God prepares the way before His servants arrive. He sends an angel to Cornelius before Peter ever meets him. He calls Saul to service before the church recognizes him to be a believer and a missionary. He opens Lydia's heart before Paul begins his ministry in Philippi. Acts reveals a God who is never reacting to circumstances. He is always preparing people and places and opportunities before His servants arrive. The second picture that we get of God from the book of Acts is that God delights in crossing human boundaries. Acts repeatedly breaks barriers between Jews and Gentiles, between men and women, between the rich and the poor, between slave and free. The Holy Spirit continuously pushes the church beyond its comfort zone. God refuses to let His people keep the gospel to themselves. The God of the book of Acts is a missionary God whose heart embraces every nation. The third picture that we get of God from the book of Acts is that God accomplishes His mission through ordinary people empowered by the Holy Spirit. Most of the apostles were ordinary men. Stephen was a servant, Philip was a deacon, Lydia was a businesswoman, Aquila and Priscilla were tent makers. God delights in using ordinary people to accomplish His extraordinary purposes. The power belongs to the Holy Spirit, not to the person. Three lessons that we learn from the book of Acts. Number one, God continually prepares the way before His people arrive. Number two, God continuously crosses human barriers. And number three, God accomplishes His purposes through ordinary people empowered by the Holy Spirit. God bless you.